This is our lecture for Tuesday, March 23. It's rescheduled from 10 a.m. I was not available this morning, so it's our 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And so those of you who are not able to be here get to see it on video later on. This week, our wrap up of the manufacturing is for the product book. We're going to review, reflect, and summarize. So there's no new stuff other than figuring the cost, if we can get to that part. Review, reflect, and summarize. Check out your product book, which should contain all information needed to make, sell, use, figure the cost for the product. So let's see what it says to do for the week. Prepare your week 10 submittal. That looks like this right here. Review your prior work. What was that? Let's see.
You didn't let me there.
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot to show
Okay.
my screen.
Yeah, here.
That would be helpful. Okay, there we go. I'm going along because I can see it on my recording screen, but then I forget that I have to look on the other screen. So there we go. So so we've got the week 10 submittal right here. We're going to review your prior work and make any noted revisions or improvements. Reflect on how your work has met the goal of the student learning outcomes, and summarize and organize your work. Okay, so we're going to try to do all that. And then for the milling machine, post your milling program by Tuesday evening, run a colleague's program, and then reply to it. You should have written a program. So now you're going to actually post it and let somebody else run it. So that'll be kind of cool. So let's take a look and just see what's in the product book. Let's see. I'll just go into present mode. It'll be a little bit easier to see. So this is your weekly submittal. So there still is an executive summary, and visualizations of your work will be, there are 6 sections of the product book. So you should take something out of each of those 6 sections of the product book. Also, we have student learning outcomes for this class. Here they are. And you should show through visualizations that you have made some sort of achievement, demonstrate what you're able to do. So you can read this yourself, but apply principles of proper dimensioning. So in the first box, then you would show that you understand the principles of proper dimensioning and produce finished drawings for use in a manufactured product. You'd show some drawings. Finished documentation, use and applicability of mechanical products in commercial applications. You can think of that as looking at how are your O-rings used, how are your springs used, what are your materials like. Analyze the application of components in accord with professional workplace practices. That's things like your fits, are your threads correct? Have you put things together correct? And then this is like, does it assemble and how does it go together? All that kind of good stuff. So you'll take a look at those. And some of this also has to do with your research and review, where you were making sure that what you designed was going to do the job. So you can look over your work. You should be able to show something briefly for each of those that goes, yeah, I get it, I get it, I get it. Okay. So there we go. Our next one is, again, lecture today, lecture Thursday. and then your discussion board postings. So that's your sort of executive summary and what's up. But now we look at the product book. So the product book, as I said, is important. It really runs the product. If you're an engineer, you go to it to think about, how it's going to work, where it's going to work, how well it's going to work. If you're a designer, you go to it, say, do I have all the drawings done? Can somebody build it? Can somebody make it? If you're in production control, you go to it to look for work order templates and production purchase order templates and cost accounting. So that's really what goes into this. So we're going to take a look. It's organized. This is a typical way to organize it, where it starts with assembly drawings and then bills of materials that go with those assembly drawings, manufacturing and spec drawings. So that would be the piece part drawings. It would be your drawings of the purchase part specs, things like that. Production control documents would be work orders, purchase orders, all the cut sheets, things like that. Product cost sheets. We haven't gone over that yet. I will go over that in a video tomorrow or Thursday, and it shouldn't be too hard to do. And research. All of your research material needs to be organized and placed in a place where you can figure it out and lead somebody from I started with just a bare concept and I came to this design. That's not always easy to do, but that's going to be up to you to figure out a good way of doing that. So then assembly drawings, you can either put them here or put them on each page. You can put a number of pages. You can have 10.1.1, 10.1.2, 10.1.1, point 1, point 2, point 3, if you have assembly drawings that won't fit on one sheet. You have your bills of materials. You should be able to show a single level bill of material, a multi-level bill of material, a tabulated bill of material. You should have a number of different bills of materials. You should have your manufacturing and spec drawings. That's your block housing, your piston, your inlet filter, and any of your spec drawings, which are your tabulated drawings for the nipples, the O-rings, the springs, if you've got them, things like that, your bar, right? Everything needs to be in here. If I come and I say, oh, I see you need 2x3 bar, I will dig around and look for where did you call out? Where can I buy it? How long do I get it? How big does it come? Do I need to saw it into pieces ahead of time? I want to know everything about it that I can. Your production control documents. Now, here's where some people put their cut sheets with the spec control drawings, and some people put them here. I'll let you put them in either place, but those product approval sheets need to be somewhere, and I suggest you put them here. So after your purchase order template and your specific purchase orders for parts, I should be able to see all of your cut sheets, your approved vendor sheets for each part. So this part gets fairly large. Product cost sheets. We're going to go over that and I'll show you how to do that. That's a separate, this is an Excel file, but you'll need to fill it out properly for your product. So far, you've just been taking stuff from your prior submittals and putting it in. This is new. And your research. Organizing your research is going to be interesting. You should really look it over. This is where you're going to review and reflect. Make sure that you understand it. And you need to put it together so that a new person to this project can come up to speed very quickly. They should know, how did we figure out how many O-rings? Why did we pick these sizes that we did? How come this thing is this big and not bigger? How do we know how it's going to get used? All of those questions that you would ask if you were brand new to this product belong in the research so that you could hand it to somebody and sit down and very, very quickly bring them up to speed. Okay. So, and you've had, 8 weeks of good work on this. You had, our first week was just kind of playing around and looking, and we've had 8 more weeks through 9, and now you're going to put it all together into your research. So that is your product book. There's only one thing in the product book that you have not done yet, and that's the product cost sheets. And I will make a video for that, and it should come very quickly off of your existing work. Okay, so that's what's up for this week. You need to do that. Now, let's take a look at what else you're supposed to do. Post your milling program. Okay, so you've got a milling program that you've all made, and you're going to submit a PDF of that program by Tuesday evening. Tonight, what do you know? But you've got it done, so you just have to post it. Okay, and then the trick is you're going to go in and take somebody's, you're going to run it on the milling program. They're going to run their program on the milling sim, and you're going to figure out the time and the accuracy. This is really putting everything we've done on the milling program all together. Okay, take a colleague's milling program and note how long it took you and the accuracy. You have to go and do the inspection of it too. Okay, once you've done that, make a reply to your colleague. Thank you for posting the program for review and trial. You've achieved certain results. Runtime is something, and you'll fill in the blank. Inspection accuracy, and then put in an image of your work. How many dimensions are in tolerance and how many dimensions are out, and then put the inspection image right there. So I suspect that this might take you, if you've got somebody with a fairly good milling program, 15 or 20 minutes for this. Maybe it's half an hour, and this should take you about half an hour. So you've got about 1 hour's work to do this. So you shouldn't have too much problem. So this, I'm going to fix this. Sorry, that one was supposed to be, that doesn't all get done today. Just this part. Should submit your milling program by today. Now, hopefully people have been reading this. This should be easy, right? It should just be posted up. And this is part of, if you look at this on here, this is part of it. All right. So do your best to get yours posted up, your milling program, get it posted up, and then away we go. So that's really it. Lecture is really not much. It's just kind of looking at this. I think you all know how to do this by now. This is a little bit hard. You have to really look it through and make some visualizations of your achievements. If you feel like you want to do more on this in particular, you can make sub sheets for each one of these. I will allow that if you want to. If you want to make like, this would be for one of these, and then you can make a copy of it. Another, you could have an S2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 would look very nice. But I made this as small as I could so that you could spend your time going back through your work, looking at your work, really checking it out, pulling it together, understanding how this all goes together to make a single product. Okay, there we go. I'm going to stop the recording now.